Welcome to the I Can't Believe You Asked That podcast, the show where the impossible becomes possible through the magic of Would You Rather and mind-bending hypotheticals. Join us as we dive into the realms of imagination, challenging each other with questions that'll make you ponder, laugh, and maybe question your own sanity. Join Paul, Alex, and Kelly and buckle up for a journey into the fantastical and the absurd. Because here, there are no wrong answers, just horrendous questions.
Perfect.
Bonjour, welcome in, and bienvenue to a brand new episode of I Can't Believe You Just Asked That, the podcast. You've got me, Waldo, you've got Alex, you've got Pablo, here to entertain your ears for the next 30 minutes.
I love how you added an extra word into our title as well. I can't believe you
What
just asked that.
What did?
Just in case it wasn't
We've been
it
asking
wasn't
it
a
all the
mouthful
time.
enough before, but now we've got just in there as well. So why were you
Yeah,
late, Kelly?
that's
Why were you
question.
late? Were you asleep?
No, I wasn't asleep
Did you
this
have
time.
to go and put clothes
I was
on?
playing
Doing?
video games. I did have to put clothes on, but not because I was doing anything romantic. I was just naked playing video
Yeah.
games.
Naked playing video games.
Apparently, Kelly just
Naked
loves to be naked constantly, and it's her neighbour's fault if they look in her window.
Yeah, I
I'm not
agree.
the person that came up with that. It was my friend Johanna. She was like, if people are looking at you, it's their business. They shouldn't be looking in your window. I was like, it's very true. Very
Yeah.
true.
If you
If you're
look in
walking
the
down
room
the
and see something you
street,
don't want to see,
you'll
that's
see
your fault.
someone on through the window, right? You can't help that.
Yeah, but that's not the person in the window's fault, is it? That's the person looking through the window.
Gotta have some common decency, no?
Thank you. I feel like you're victim blaming me.
Victim blaming you.
Okay, question time.
Oh dear.
Question.
It's
question.
a would you will.
What would you?
How much? Oh, how much?
How much for someone to buy your pet? That's a sad question.
Oh, poorly.
Now, Jesus, not a lot.
For those listening, we had some very, very sad news
Yes.
about Paul's baby Dexter. a couple of
Yeah,
weeks ago.
that's why we had the break, because my dog had to be put down,
Oh.
sadly.
Bless it. It's a great timing to be asked that question.
But my cats, Jesus, yeah, you can have them.
How much for?
Probably not a lot. I think if they offered me low thousands, I'd take
Low
the money.
thousands? Surely you'd sell them for like 50
Yeah.
quid, no? A cat?
But no, because I've got to think of my kids who absolutely adore them,
Them guys.
and my wife who absolutely adores them. So I've got at least I came home with like $5,000 and go, there you
How
go.
much did they cost you?
God, £35 each.
Oh my God, and you'd now $1,000.
No, I'd still think it has to be more than £1,000. Sam would not accept £1,000, so
You could
it's not
you
worth
could
it
have
for
my
that.
pets for a tenner.
What,
Yeah,
you fish?
That's it.
You don't care about pets in any way at all, do you? It doesn't.
No. To be fair, I would love a dog in the future, but I have not got enough energy for my current life, let alone putting something that depends on me to stay alive. Another person that depends on me to stay alive in my house.
Yeah, don't do it. It's
Even
not
the
worth
goldfish
heartbreak at the
have
end
to
of
be
it all.
cleaned out way more than I wanted them to be cleaned out for.
Yeah. What about you, Kels?
He couldn't pay me enough money.
So £5 million,
No.
and it's not. It's
That's
not.
like
It's
selling a
not
child,
like
though, isn't it, to a pet owner?
Yeah.
nothing
Actually,
bad
that's
is
a
like
happening.
question.
Piece
How
of your
much?
heart,
How much to
isn't
buy
it?
Paul's kids? He'll give you a price.
Oh yeah.
He'd give you a different price
No.
for each as
No,
well.
like I love Dexter more than I ever bloody knew, but it's not like your kids. Like it is in a sense, but it's not. There is. You learn when baby
I'll
comes
learn
out.
Would you
very
have sold
soon,
him?
I
Yeah, very
imagine.
soon. That
Yeah.
who Dexter? Yeah, but it would have to be a lot
How
of
much
money.
is a lot?
I think if they offered me like £1 million, I'd go see you later, Dexter. That's
I
just
can
like
still do it.
if if you assume he's going, you know what I mean, to a nice owner, and they offered you £1 million, we love your dog, can we have him, please? All right, £1 million, Jesus, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not to Dexter. He doesn't care if that person loves him. He only cares if you love him.
I think Dexter would miss me, but if he's getting treated nicely as well, I think dogs would give you up at the same time. Like if they're having
get
a
a
good
freebie.
life, yeah, if they're getting steak every day and stuff like that, they'll be like,
Kels, would you'd
That big
sell
old
your
guy was
snake though,
mad.
right, Kel?
I would sell my snake. Yeah,
how much?
Cost price.
at the minute, yeah, it's a debatable topic
Are
in
you
my house.
keeping the
around
snake when baby's here?
Luke really wants to keep the snake. I keep saying, look, can we get rid of?
Why?
Not that I want to get rid of him. What I
Safety,
do is I want to
hygiene,
keep
or
him.
just pain in the ass?
No, like he's a beautiful creature. He bit Luke years and years
Ugh.
ago when he was like a youngling. No, but this is when he had no teeth, couldn't latch, not an issue. But Luke has not touched him since. So then I'm the one that was picking him up and handling him. And then he bit me because
Ugh.
I put the mouse in with my finger rather than putting the mouse in a tray and then putting the tray
God.
in.
So it was your
he-
fault.
Yeah, it was entirely my fault. So he launched and latched, but at this point he's an adult. So not only is he latched, he's
Oh my
wrapped.
God.
He's like, and I'm like freaking out. And since then I've been so scared, so scared. But the thing is, if I don't handle him, he's only going to get
Where'd
worse.
you buy mice
and
from?
I just don't think that's fair. Pets at home.
Pets at
That's
home, yeah.
weird.
Oh God.
Whole freezer full. They're not
Really?
bad, they're
What happened
frozen.
to the mice when you were
Yeah.
without a freezer for like 3
Wait,
weeks?
wait, please stop. You're telling us they're not alive frozen rats, is that what you're telling us?
No, they're not live frozen. They don't come to life when you defrost them. It's cryogenic freezing.
How much was your snake?
In the freezer. Sorry, freezer broke. What happened? Yeah, we had to throw them all out. We threw them all out.
What, just in the wheelie bin? Just throw out some...
Yeah, where else did
I
we go?
don't know.
You killed a mouse in your garden all that time that squirrel died in your garden.
I don't
Where did
know.
the
Amy
squirrel
sorted
go?
it because I was terrified. I'll ask my
Or the
wife.
pigeon. The pigeon went in the bin. I know
Didn't you-
that I had to
Yeah,
dispose
but
of
you had
for
to
you.
drop a brick on its head because it wasn't fully done, was it?
Yeah. Well, we weren't sure if it was alive still, but with a broken
Ugh.
neck or dead. So I said, I've got to twat it with a brick to make sure it's dead because it's not fair for it. But that's true, isn't it? If it's something like that that's really damaged and thingy, you've got to make sure it's
Yeah,
dead
absolutely.
rather than just throw it in a bin
Absolutely. It was
struggling.
in...
Oh,
Or the other option was cry in my kitchen, making weird noises because you couldn't go anywhere near it. That was Alex's approach.
Guilty. Too right.
I learned an interesting fact about horses the other day and why a horse is more likely to be put down if they break a leg. So, like, the top bone of
Yes.
the leg is all right, but the lower bone is too weak to support. Like, a lower bone can only support like a human body. They've got a very similar structure in the bottom to a
Right.
human, so therefore the recovery is almost impossible when they break that bone. And that's why when you like treat horses, you have to like freeze a leg. There's a lot you have to do with them. But yeah, I found that really. So actually, the genetic makeup isn't suitable for the current lifestyle.
Yeah, for what they get used for.
Poor
Well, like the
horses.
Cheltenham Festival thing, that was horrendous. Like 3 horses died within like half an hour. But one of them is just its heart, well, not burst, but whatever, like a modern medical version. It was just there, came off, it won the race, and then just collapsed because it basically had a horse heart attack. Does make you, yeah, it is a bit bad, isn't it? But and this is from someone that
That's why I
loves to
won't
go
do
to
the
the
horse.
greyhounds. I love going to the dogs.
You
I love
do.
it, but then that's probably not good.
Dogs are
Well,
different though,
you
aren't
know how
they?
I feel about it. I won't reiterate that. But I supported you. I went when
You
you wanted
did.
to go for your
You
big
did
promotion.
reiterate it.
I just didn't put a bet
No.
on.
Aren't dogs different?
No.
Like, there's no risk with the
Well,
dogs,
they
though,
definitely
is
get
there,
put
of
down.
them getting
Well,
put
they
down?
definitely get put down.
Do
We
they?
had one get put down when we were there because it hurt.
Why? What did it do? Break its neck or something? Surely not if he breaks its leg.
I remember Jade going to see if it was all right, and the guy was like, "Oh, we've had to put it down." Whether it's just a financial thing, is it costing too much to repair the dog, and they're not? Yeah. So old Yeller style, but probably a bit more callous. Next question: would you sell your pet, Paul? No. Yes to the cat.
No, yes to the cats, yeah.
Yes to the snake. Alex, yes to the fish.
I would sell my fish for a tenner, yeah. I
Right.
would sell my fish for a
Tenner.
tenner, yeah.
You're going a couple of thousand. I'll take 50 quid. And you can have the vivarium as well. Anybody out there listening, please contact Paul.
How big is it?
I can't. My hands don't go in the seat.
Large.
He's long. He's a long boy. Long. We haven't had him sexed. Long. We haven't had him set.
Totally misheard you.
So we don't. I don't want to know
Well,
it yet.
you kind of didn't. You
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Okay, I
You heard it
misheard the
different.
words around the word sex. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Hopefully there's no more pet questions.
And
Not
that
this
was
soon.
terrible timing.
To be fair, Paul, you're in control of this wheel, right?
Yeah.
So, this seems like a you question, Kelly. Maybe?
This is. But can I change this question?
Yes.
So you can keep one attribute from yourself, but you have to pick 2 other attributes from the people in this podcast.
Clever.
Who and what are you picking?
Are we talking physical attributes or just personality traits?
Any. Go for it.
I want your confidence, Kels.
Yeah, this is very
Okay.
true.
That would be nice. And I want to be, brainy like Wilkes. That seems a nice...
Take mine.
Onto this. Wow. That makes me perfect, I think.
And what are you?
Yeah, what are you keeping of yourself?
I don't know.
His decisiveness?
Yeah, there's a lot I like about that. Like, I know it
There's
sounds
a lot
big-headed. I kind of like a lot about me. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
I don't
good.
look at myself and thinking negatives. Like, the only negative I can think of is like I can't poo anywhere that's not normal to me.
So that's what you'd give up. So actually, you'd take
Yeah.
Kelly's ability to poo anywhere she likes. If you're
Yeah,
looking at improving
I'm
yourself.
a very confident doer.
that'd be good. And then just keep me for everything else.
Wow.
My humour. I'm
I'll
a funny
keep your
guy.
humility,
You
Paul. Yeah, because I'm a
Just
right
my
arrogant
personality
bastard,
in
so I need
general.
to tone it right down and have Mr. Perfection over here.
There's nothing wrong with loving yourself, is
No,
there? That's not a
it's
bad thing, is it?
impressive.
Yeah. But understandable, right?
Yeah, why not?
Go on then,
I
Alex.
would take Kelly's what do you call it? Like mental resilience, her ability to just not care, to compartmentalize people's thingies. From an overthinker, I would take her ability to be like, oh yeah, well, that's on them. Moved on. Whereas I'm like, but I'm still
That is good.
festering and it happened 32 years ago.
I will never
And why
forgive
did it
them.
happen to me? And it's my fault, isn't it, deep down? And Kelly's like, no, they're just an asshole. Move on. So I would take that ability, that resilience. And I think the older I'm getting, I'd probably take, Paul, your sociability, socialness, your ability to just make friends and everyone liking you, because it's increasingly so much effort now. The older you get, I have no energy for this. Whereas Paul just knows a million people and enjoys it. Whereas I'm reaching the stage of, if I see someone that I vaguely know from my past in, say, the supermarket, I'll hide because I can't be bothered with that conversation. Whereas Paul would be like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And so I think, yeah, I'll take your social.
Not with new people now, though, anymore. I've stopped now. It feels like I've reached my
Have you
limit of
filled your
people,
cup?
which is probably... Yeah, I've got to my 3 million, and I'm like, no more now. So people are like, do you want me to introduce you to my... No, thank you. You're enough. No one else.
Yeah, at capacity. I can totally relate to Alex. I don't know if it's pregnancy. I've never been like this before.
Yeah, you're usually way
But I
sociable,
hate
but I know
the-
you've done your. My mental address book is now full. It's a 1 in, 1 out policy.
I have a 1 in 1 out policy for my time. Like, I've been saying that for years, that I can't have any more friends because I don't have the capacity, because I'm already out most of the week. Like, I hid in the tea and coffee aisle in Aldi the other day to actively avoid somebody.
Good.
And I didn't even want any tea. I was just like, I'm just gonna stare
Brilliant.
at this.
Never have I found this tin of beans more interesting. Really? Oh, there's sodium in here. Oh, interesting.
Heinz Rambos. Heinz.
They're gone.
I was in Aldi for 4 hours before I could leave.
And then she came home and the man was on her sofa. His name was Luke.
Still hiding behind the beans.
God, he can see
I
me.
can't see you.
He
You can't
can
see me. Okay, so mine would probably be Alex's consistency.
Consistency.
Like, I struggle.
In what way?
Yeah,
what way am I
consistency, I think.
consistent?
A wanker.
Consistently a pain
I
in
don't
the
know now.
ring.
Just inconsistent in You know me in my social life. Like, I am not good at showing up on time. I am not good. I'm either like dressed so extra and extra like extravagant, or I'm.
So I always dress the same. You
So
can
you're a
set,
plain Jane
you
who
can
arrives
set
on
your
time.
watch by.
Well, like, your standards never drop. Like, you still iron your underwear.
No, I don't.
You iron
I
your
don't.
bedding.
No, I don't. Those things went a long time ago.
They actually.
But I
maybe you're not
like
as
the
consistent as I
perception.
thought.
But also, you should, as my sister, you shouldn't be concerned about how creasy my boxers are.
Well, I just know it was wild when you said to me, I iron my box. I was like, I don't iron
Yeah, no,
anything.
Kels, right. This is just to put this out there. This was in the context of I think I'd been ironing clothes for about 3 months, and I just didn't know that you didn't have to just put the iron on everything. And I was just like, it was. I was in that tiny early stage where there was a novelty to ironing stuff and being like, wow, it makes things so straight. This is how my mother did it for all these years. So I was just like, what can I iron? I'll iron a tea towel. I'll iron boxer shorts. I'll iron my bedding. And then you realise, okay, ironing's boring.
Yeah.
It's not that it's boring. Do you know why? Because you can lower the ironing thing, you can stick your telly box on, and you can have a good time. But do you know what annoys me
So it
about
was the ironing
Did you
thing,
start
the
that
ironing
by
board.
you can lower the ironing board, makes it fun? Is that what it is?
Well, no, but you can't. You don't want to stand around watching your telly, do you? You can sit down, you can have a cup of tea, you can watch your telly. It's great, right? But what I don't like about ironing is I iron it, I put it on, and it's wrinkly again. Like, what was the point?
You
That's
didn't
what
didn't
was the
iron it
point?
properly.
No, surely, like, if you sit down, things get wrinkly.
Yeah, but not the
You
same.
iron
Yeah,
them.
there's like a crease from being worn, and then there's a crease from being in a washing machine. Anyway, you'll take my
A crease to be a
consistency.
crease. A crease is a crease. Your consistency, yeah, your consistency.
Takes
And
your ironing of pants. That's what she takes
Paul's
of you.
energy. Like, right now, I just need more energy, so I'll just take.
I'm the bad person for
Yeah,
energy right
Paul's
now.
lost his
I have
energy.
long COVID and fatigue issues.
I would take
so
your
I have
energy
no
from like
energy.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Past Paul, maybe. Present Paul is the least energetic person ever.
I feel like you were bringing it at the wedding, and I was like, "Oh, Paul's not going." Like, of all the people that I thought was going to stay the longest, and then you turn around, and he's like, "I'm tired. I want to go home now."
Yeah, I don't think I danced once either. Did you not notice any of this?
No, but you were chatting to loads of people though. You were getting your chat.
That was old Cineworld people. They want it, and old people I knew. So I could tell people this story now that they know about my dog. Obviously, it was recent with the wedding, and I felt a bit down at one stage. And Kelly was like, "Why are you quiet?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm having a moment." So she
It was
patted
worse
me
than
or stroked me like a dog, and I'm like, "That's not the right time." Like, I think that's the only time she's ever done that to me, and I'm like, "Okay."
It was worse than that because you were having an intimate conversation with somebody, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Why are you being rude? Share it with everyone."
Oh yeah. And then while I'm mourning my dog, she starts stroking me like a dog, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I just thought you were whispering. I was like, "Well, that's bad, man."
It's better than flashing you and being like, don't worry about your dog. Look at these puppies.
Yeah.
And then I just proceeded to fart near Paul for the rest of the night.
Yes.
What, just to remind him of how Dexter used to be?
I'd be talking to her, and then she'd just walk off. And I'd be like, I'm the rude one, you're walking off. And she was like, I'm farting. I was like, okay. But not stay away too long. She'd come back straight away, so she just brings it back with force.
This is it. So
It's the
Amy
thought that
hates
counts.
farting unless Kelly does it. Kelly's
Okay.
now the wind machine, and basically, yeah, it's now acceptable.
Yeah, I had to
Yes,
freeze my
Kelly.
bollocks off in the car drive home.
Kelly, you've lost it.
Mid-conversation, I just did the longest and loudest jump ever, to the point where we both forgot what we were talking about, and I had to leave. And I was like, "I'm really sorry."
Although,
Wow.
speaking of which,
It was.
I went with Paul to help him get Sam's engagement ring how many years ago would that have been, Paul? 10 years ago. And Paul, the smells.
Did you see how he was nodding? He thought I wasn't going to know. He was like trying to set me up for trouble there. He was like, come on, Paul.
There was
I was nervous. And the problem is I get nervous, I need to poo. I can't poo when I'm out in town. Hence why I need your poo ability, Kelly, because so I can just poo anywhere.
But do you know when you like trump? Do you know when you need a poo? Aren't you scared to trump? Because I feel like the trumps are the last
Wasn't the question
what do you
about
call it? The
personality
last
traits?
defense.
I don't want your oversharing.
If I have,
What I'm saying is, don't release the trumps because that's the only thing between your poops coming out and.
I don't. If I have diarrhea, then I'm scared to trump. Correct. But if I'm fine, then no, it's just going to be a smelly trump, isn't it?
At your own peril, sir. At your own... Okay, so we've got our traits. So I'd go for consistency, energy that you don't have.
Yeah.
Alex has gone for my ability to just overcome.
I think in a funny
whatever.
old way, Kels, you've just proven my point about how you give. Another way is I would take your not giving a shit attitude about things, such as I'm going to tell you about when I'm prepared to fart on the cusp of needing a poo or not. Like, I would never dare to have that conversation.
That's like it's something you've got to think about, like, because I've heard that. Well, I read something like you've got like two bum holes. You've got your outside bum hole, which everyone sees, and then you've got like your second inside bum hole, which is like there's like a.
That is not a stat attack. That is not a thing.
No, honestly, it is. It's a fact. There's like
Don't Google two bum holes.
There's another. There's another like internal tube, so it creates like a chamber between your outside anus. There is. I'll find the word for it.
I think you're talking at your inside anus right now.
Anybody listening who knows about the internal and external anus, please.
Also, I don't feel comfortable with the phrase "your internal chamber."
Wasn't that a Harry Potter?
Harry Potter and the internal chamber. It's probably
internal chamber.
You know how don't like pornos make like fake parody names. There probably is a Harry Potter and his internal chambers.
And then
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. There
Harry
we go.
Potter and her internal. Okay, last question.
Oh, that's another question because I've got
bit.
all sorts of puns going through my head of like turning Harry Potter films into pornos.
You know what the title of this episode is going to be?
And the Philosopher's Moan. Paul, sack up
my
your
question.
questions. I just want to do Harry Potter pornos now.
Wait, I don't know if you missed, man. I have to share it. The Prisoner of Azkaban.
No, Ass Gangbang. The Prisoner of Ass Gangbang.
Ass Gangbang. The Prisoner of Ass Gangbang. Oh, wow. Anyway.
We're just improving
would
each
you
other.
constantly...
Paul, I'm ignoring you.
No. Would you constantly have a broken bone for 2 years for £1 billion?
Ooh, can you pick the broken bone?
This is it. You have to break the bone. It's not going to be thingy, so you have to cause a broken bone. Yes, you can pick whichever bone you want, but obviously, so if you picked fingers, it's not just going to be one thing, unless you constantly keep breaking that finger for 2 years.
You mean like when it's on the cusp of being healed, you've just got to break it? Yeah.
You've got to break it.
I just thought,
or break another
it once,
bone.
but it somehow magically doesn't heal for 2 years.
No. So as you're healing, you have to re-break to keep a broken bone.
I'm too much of a pussy. No, I couldn't do it.
How long does a finger take to heal? Would I have to break all my fingers in them 2 years?
I will.
Well, did I tell you about me breaking my toe the other, 2 months ago? And we literally, I caught it on a skirting board, and we literally heard it snap. Like, it was a really audible crack, and I fell to the floor, and Amy usually has that thing where she finds people hurting themselves hilarious. Even she was really serious, and she went, "Tell me that noise wasn't something on your body." And I went, I think it's my toe. And that's the easiest thing, is to break your pinky toe, right? Easy. I could barely walk on it for ages.
I know.
It was a right pain in the arse. The feeling, and because I'm squeamish almost, that replaying that sound and sensation as I snapped my toe, no. And that's the easiest bone I would consider in your body. And I would say I would not want to re-break that every 5 weeks. For how long? A year?
No.
2. No, keep your £1 billion. I'm happy with my life.
It's £1 billion.
I'm happy with my life.
I was at one of my house parties ages ago, and someone passed me a bottle, and as I went to grab it, they did that thing where they let go early because they weren't paying attention and they were a twat. And as it dropped, the bottle dropped and just hit the one toe plumb. Don't know how. The one next to my little toe and thingy, and I don't know for sure, but I couldn't walk for about a month, and I'm pretty sure it just broke because it just went. And I dropped it and was like, "Oh, you're being a fanny," and I'm like, "I feel so much pain." Like he just twatted the one toe like that, pure. And I'm like, "Ah!" And it's still swollen now, like still a fat little toe now, because I think you never heals
Nope.
properly, does it? And that's my worry. If I break every finger, if some of them don't heal properly, am I going to be fucked for life? But it's £1 billion, so I'm pretty sure I'll have the bill to fix
It's
it, won't
£1
I?
billion, guys.
Kelly, what are you breaking?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Incessantly.
So there's tiny ear bones that you can break.
How are you breaking that, though?
I don't think you.
How are you breaking that?
Pretty sure I could just. Someone could just punch me in the ear, right?
No.
I think that might cause you head damage as well.
What about if I lay my ear out on a table and someone just.
And someone hits it with a hammer?
Every 6 weeks.
I'd rather
or
break
something.
my finger.
I was going to say, if you're picking a
Yeah,
bone,
that's
you've
it.
got to pick your finger or your toes, haven't you?
The problem
No,
is you're
You
doing
use
it more
them
often,
a lot,
aren't you?
don't you? You've got to think about how you can be functional in those 2 years without, and what people can see. So, for example, your femur, if you
Oh my
broke
God.
that would take months to heal. But if
God.
you
I ain't
you
breaking
have
my
No.
femur.
medical help. Are you allowed medical help in this instance?
Yes. Surely.
Yeah, you're not just
Well,
suffering.
You have a cast. You'll have loads of pain.
Just re-break your leg 4 times in 2 years. Are you insane?
You're breaking the leg.
It's £1 billion.
No.
Like, do you know how much £1 billion is?
Yes. It's a
A lot. Sorry, how long does it take for your leg to heal?
Months for your femur
like
to
6
heal.
months,
So
probably.
your femur is the leg bone between your hip
Oh
and
my
knee.
God.
Broken femur takes ages to heal. Let's have a
Well, are
look.
you psyching yourself up to snap your leg again? That's the worst. It's
No,
For
yeah,
£2
not doing
billion.
that.
No,
I keep saying 2 billion.
it's
I know
setting me
only
off.
£1 billion.
I've told you I'm squeamish. It's setting me off. It's making my whole body itch. The thought of it. It's horrific.
I ain't
Also,
breaking my leg. No
insane
chance.
to pick
Because
something.
if you fuck
Yes,
it up,
insane to pick something that would take that long to heal and be so debilitating.
it would. I'd hammer a finger every 2 months.
You're going to have £1,000 million.
I don't think I'd need that money that much.
Nobody's ever going to spend that in their lifetime, sure, but I mean,
Good to have, though, isn't it?
but no, but think of, if you're not spending it, the good that you could do with that money for the rest of your life. Like, you could help so many people. If you break your bone, you could probably eradicate homelessness, hunger, education.
Kelly's thinking like that. I'm thinking about the studio our podcast would be in.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, I'd also have a pretty thick house, I imagine, as well.
That's where the studio would be.
No.
That would be
My answer is
hats.
a flat no. I can't think of a bone I'd be prepared to keep re-breaking.
You would never have to go to work again, Alex.
I know, but
You'd never have to commute all that way.
I just can't.
All them football stadiums you could just easily do with your
You could
kids.
buy a football team.
I could.
A crap one.
I suppose.
What, for £1 billion?
I suppose you could just keep
Do you know how much it costs?
re-breaking your little toe, couldn't you, for those upsides?
I'd have to. I think I'd have to skip. I'd have to go through fingers. Imagine your fingers, your little toes healing, and then you've got to
you'd
twat
alternate
it again.
feet, wouldn't you?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, to be fair, actually, I've got a man woman up here. I think because we were talking about bizarrely, I'd rather have them amputated than repeatedly broken, and that's illogical, surely.
Yes,
no,
it is.
I'm telling you, that's where my brain went. So
Yeah.
What about a rib? You could break a
I
rib.
think what you don't like is the idea of a reoccurring
I don't like
pain.
the idea of doing it. I actually, if you could. Here's the thing, bizarrely, if you could put me under anaesthetic, break a bone on my body, and then I live with the pain afterwards, it's the thought of breaking it.
You wouldn't even have to live with the pain after, though. Like, you break it once, you do it while you're in
No, you've got to keep doing it, haven't you?
Straight away. Not repeat, like, you've got months before you have to do it.
No, I'm not doing a leg, because that's too
Yeah, but there should be
debilitating. That's
pain.
ridiculous.
Well, you couldn't go to work, but I could work from home, so that'd be grand. I'd be rolling.
But you're going to have a baby. You're not going to want a broken leg for 2 years of having a baby. That's bonkers.
I will be able to be a very committed parent and not go to work and not have a split focus, because I would have £1 billion, and I would.
You're not going to get the £1 billion until the 2 years is up, are you?
Yeah, and then that's fine. I'll work for that 1 year.
Okay, well, therefore, yes,
years.
I would do it, but
2
I
years.
would want to be put I'd have to get over the concept of someone coming and breaking it for me.
I could keep punching you in the face and breaking your nose.
Nose break?
No, I wouldn't like that.
You might look like Steve Bruce at the end of it, but
yeah,
£1 billion might fix that. Kelly says yes. She has no idea who Steve Bruce is, but
Barry McGuigan has a concave nose now because it's been broken so many times.
Yeah.
You'd have to break your nose more often than you would break your fingers because your nose would heal in about 3
Would it?
weeks. Obviously,
no, then no.
person, yeah, but you're looking at 3 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks for a finger,
God.
months for your femur. That's the
Rib.
longest one. And again, you've got to think again, ear bones. Surely
Rib was
ear bones.
debilitating. When I broke my ribs,
What about
I
ribs?
don't know.
Yeah, it's
you
horrible,
can't
but
breathe for ages, like comfortably.
you do kind of carry on, don't you? It's not like you stop. As long as it doesn't pierce your lung, which I guess could happen if you're doing it yourself.
I have a question.
You can, yep.
Are teeth bones?
I'm not including teeth because that's
Well, I
a
wouldn't
count.
want to break a tooth forever. You're saying you've once
But I guess
broken.
if you break one, it will never heal again.
And just one,
No,
one
but I'm
not
not
bone, is
including
it?
teeth. That doesn't count.
No, I just googled it.
Is your nail a bone? No, you're not cutting your nails.
That's keratin.
Okay, so I'm saying yes, and I'll break my fingers.
Yes, I'll take my toes.
I'll go yes, and I'll break my femur. Sorry, Alex, say that again.
I'd go through fingers and toes, to be fair.
It's genuinely made my eyes water.
Spice
I wonder
it up a bit.
why this is. Like, I'm so squeamish. I struggle watching, like, not that you'd watch it anymore, but like Casualty and Holby City. I struggle watching those.
Yeah,
I just
don't like
put
any of
myself
that.
in those situations, and it just breaks my brain.
Do you ever do that thing where you kind of just randomly think about how you could like
Yeah,
break your finger
yeah,
or something, and it
yeah.
kind of it makes you like
Physically
you've done it
shudder.
already, and you go,
Yeah, physically shudder.
yeah, I do that as well. To be fair, I do that.
It's the power of unagi, people. Mind
Again,
over matter.
the trait I would take from Kelly, she just compartmentalizes and just moves on. Whereas I can guarantee
Yeah.
you for the next hour and a half that I'm awake, I'm going to be musing about and playing scenarios of breaking bones and shuddering.
Before you do that, see us out, Alex. See us
On
out.
that wonderful, weird mystery tour of dead pets to
Potter porn.
Yeah, Harry Potter porn, which definitely wasn't the question, to all the weird meandering journey in between. We hope you enjoyed another I Can't Believe You Just Asked That podcast, and join us next time. Find us on the usual places, YouTube, Spotify, and all the other ones, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.